Hey everybody, how you all doing and thing? You know what I mean, Mr. Giant here. And hey, we're gonna enjoy another video. I've started a series on Caribbean islands. I did Grenada and I did Trinidad. Okay, I did a little history of it. So now let's get into what can you do when you go to those countries. You know what I mean? And thing, what's the fun things to do there? So in this video, we're gonna look at Grenada and see what kind of fun things you all could do if you visit there. You should. We friendly, we nice. You understand what I say? And it's safe. Not a whole lot of crime and thing. I think it was ranked the seventh safest country in the Caribbean, which is really good. Which is really good. Most of the countries ahead of Grenada is the smaller countries. So let's go ahead and YouTube and simmer and see what you could get into if you land on Grenada.
Grenada is a Caribbean country in the West Indies, consisting of a main island and several small islands. Like other Caribbean countries, this country has its fair share of attractions to check out and a series of fun activities to keep you occupied during your stay here. Here are the top things to do in Grenada.
Now you see the people that are covered in black, they're called jabs. And apparently since I've been there, Grenada has become known for its Jab Carnival spectacle. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, jabs were scary. They had snakes around the neck, the tongue was red, the eyes were red. And I remember my mom sending me to the store during Juve morning, which is the beginning of the carnival that we have there. Yeah, and being so scared of these jabs, you know what I mean? And what us kids had to do is to walk with pennies because the jabs would come up and say, they'd sing, they say, jab, I want a penny, jab, ulababulabri, and stuff like that. And and us kids would throw the pennies at them and take off running and screaming. Come to find out, my oldest brother was one of the jabs scaring me. I couldn't tell with all that stuff on his skin, all that black stuff all over his face and eyes red and all that. Couldn't tell, scared the crap out of me. But Grenada is known for that. We just finished having the carnival this past Monday and Tuesday. So it's always in August. So if you want to go to a nice little festival where there is no fighting and there's no kind of a crazy vibes going on, Grenada is it. I'm telling you, Grenada is it.
Do stick around until the end, as our number 1 will totally impress you. Number 11, relax on Grand Anse Beach. Of course, a beach experience is one thing you can always count on when...
See, those trees are called beach cherry. Is it cherry? Grape trees. Beach grape trees. And I'm going to tell you straight up, that area you're seeing right there, that's a spot I used to go chill at every Saturday. Right there, I used to go chill and, hang out with my friends and take, Sometimes we make ice cream on the beach, you know what I mean? Put nuts and bananas and all kind of thing in there, boy. Or sometimes we will swim out there, right there, go shoot some fish out by the reef, come back, clean that bad boy up, cook it right on the beach there and take, Fun times. But this is my area of the island right here, Grand Anse. I live within 5 minutes walk of this beach, or I used to live. I will be living. Let's keep going.
Visiting the Caribbean, and the Grand Anse Beach takes this experience to a whole new level. Located in Rouge, this beach is the largest in the country. It is very popular for the white sand on the shore and the picturesque landscape surrounding its sparkling clean water. Here, you'll find many other tourists and locals relax.
See, that wasn't there when I was there. It's obvious that it's built up a little bit. When I was there was not much of this. You didn't see this laying on the beach and stuff. As a matter of fact, there was an issue where a lot of the hotels were trying to build all the way up pretty much close to the sand. We like, no, you ain't taking our beaches. That's our beaches. You bought the land next to the beach. You stay there. Don't come infringing on our beach or shoreline and thing and putting all your concrete stuff like I see they have in the Atlantic City and Myrtle Beach. Here they build all these big concrete stuff right on the beach. It's not a beach anymore if you have all these concrete skyscrapers thing. Oh, and by the way, I think there's a limit to how high you could build buildings there. The tallest building when I was there was 3 stories. They might have made it taller, but when I was there, 3 stories, man. You can't go no higher than that.
Relaxing on the beach or swimming in the calm waves. You can also indulge in several water activities here, like kayaking, snorkeling, and other beach sports.
That's it.
Number 10, explore the Spice Gardens. Once you get to Grenada, you will find that the country is not called the Spice Isle for no reason. In case you were wondering, the name is gotten from the variety of spices and herbs cultivated here, and you may want to check out a few of these spice gardens. In fact, a tour of the spice gardens is recommended as one of the top activities here in Grenada, and Laura's Spice Garden is the perfect place to start. Laura's Spice Garden at St. John is one of the most popular in the country, and it sure does live up to this reputation. It consists of a selection of mostly rare plants and spices, and a guided tour here will open your eyes to the uses of each one. This may not be your typical tourist attraction, but it is one you'll never regret visiting. Number 9. Take a trip to Hog Island. Hog Island is more or less like a hidden island on the south of Grenada, not too far away from the airport. It is not among the most popular islands in this region, so many tourists don't have it on their bucket lists. However, this secluded island is a great place to relax and unwind, and it's definitely worth visiting. The calmness of the island makes it the ideal getaway location for when you need a break from the busier cities. Thankfully, this quiet island is not always so quiet, especially on Sundays. And this is because large crowds often troop in on weekends to enjoy barbecue, drinks, and music at the weekly Rogers Barefoot Beach Bar Party. Surely, there is often a lot of fun at this party, so you may want to attend it too. Number 8. Scuba diving in the Molinaire Underwater Sculpture Park. Scuba diving is an almost inevitable activity in the Caribbean, thanks to the many impressive coral reefs available in the region. Well, if you are already hyped up about this activity, you will be even more excited when you discover that there's an underwater sculpture park here in Grenada. The Molinaire Underwater Sculpture Park was the first of its kind and is still a unique landmark in the capital city today. Plus,
I'll tell you a story about the coral reef there. A few years ago, they noticed that the reef was becoming white and dying. And I saw the news story, and they figured out that some of what's causing that is the runoff from the fertilizer that the farmers were using. Was one of the reasons that was causing that. So you know what the farmers did? Change their fertilizer. And then they all started to help go out there and dive and take care of the reefs and make sure everything is okay. Now, I'm not so sure how healthy the reefs have become again, if they stopped it or not. I'm going to have to look into that. But I remember that, and I was like, see, man, you know, they went back to the old-fashioned ways of doing fertilizer and things just so that they could preserve the reef on the island. You know, save all the fish and the plant life and stuff that's under there. And that's kind of cool. That's how we're supposed to be. Now, everybody's saying, oh, you're such a nice person. Go to Grenada. They're way nicer than I am. You know, because I've been living in America for a few decades. And you have to become kind of a little bit gruff, you know, to survive here. Because here, if you're nice, they cling to you and they're like vampires. Not everybody. I've got a couple of good friends here. Well, mainly one. But generally speaking, a lot of the people I deal with on a day-to-day basis, it's like vampires, boy. You understand what I mean? No, I'm not saying there's not good people there. You know, I know some good people. But it's not like the island where you could go there and you could just chill and be yourself. Here you got to be on guard. You can't be too nice and thing here. Otherwise, they're going to come for you.
It has since been a major tourist attraction and a beacon for scuba divers worldwide. If you have your diving gear with you, then you are in for the time of your life exploring the collection of contemporary underwater art here. Number 7, spend an afternoon at the Black Bay Beach. Grenada, like most other Caribbean countries, has a lot of exotic beaches.
Oh yeah.
But Black Bay Beach is a unique kind. Firstly, instead of the typical white sand found on beaches, Black Bay Beach features mysterious black sands. This black sand is a result of eroded volcanic materials like lava, basalt salt, and other dark-colored minerals. However, the beach is considered one of the most gorgeous in the Caribbean, attracting large crowds as a result. There's also a cave close to the bay that you can explore if you dare. The cave is somewhat mysterious as well, as it features wall markings left there by the Amerindians, who were the earliest settlers here. Number 6, explore the...
And there's a lot of beaches that are pretty much really quiet. You could go there and there's pretty much nobody there. Now on weekends, can't guarantee that. Even Grenada's Beach, as popular as it is, You could go there like a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday and the beach is empty. You have it to yourself. And it's still like that to a certain degree. There's tourists there, but we don't get a whole lot of stay on the island tourists. It's usually coming in on cruise ships and stuff. So it's not crowded or anything like that. Now we went into Grenada Lake. Nice place. Nice place. Check it out.
Grand Etang National Park.
Grand
As far as
Etang.
tourism is concerned in Grenada, the Grand Etang National Park is one of the most important and popular destinations. It is part of the larger Grand Etang Forest Reserve, and it is very...
It's pronounced Granny Tang. At least that's how we islanders pronounce it, Granny Tang, not Grand Etang. That sounds strange.
very much worth visiting. The reserve is a protected region in the country because of its namesake lake within its axis. The lake is located in an extinct volcano, which was partly responsible for the island's formation. This national park sits at an ascent of about 2,000 feet and features nearly 1,000 acres of lush vegetation and mountainous terrain. Besides the Grand Etang Lake, the national park also protects a wide range of flora and fauna. Some of the animals found here include the lesser Antillean tanager, the Mona monkey, and the broad-winged hawk, among others. You will likely find some of these animals on the way as you hike to the lake. By the way, if you want to learn how to save money on airfares, then
The Mona monkeys are a trip up there because they're so used to people. They come and sit on your shoulder. You could feed them and stuff like that. Now, I went to the Grenada Lake several times. Never swam in it. But let me tell you a funny story. We went on a school trip one time to the Grenada Lake and thing, you know. And we were coming out of the forest. You see that nice big jungle-looking place that we were coming out of there. And we heard the drums. They were having a voodoo meeting there. You know what I mean, and thing. And I saw this lady like 90 years old, boy. She was dancing and carrying on. She jumped into the lake as you see it there, swam across the lake. I wouldn't swim in that lake. There was a story one time where a group of kids went there swimming and one kid disappeared and he drowned, but they didn't find his body in the lake. They found it on the southern tip of the island because apparently, rumor has it, that there are underground caves or I don't know what you want to call it, but like caves, and it washed him under there, and he went and he ended up in the ocean on the southern tip of the island. And this is like in the middle to close to the northern part of the island. That was the story there, but you have to visit it. It's beautiful there. There's a lot of trails there, and you know, a lot of historical things there to see too. It's a cool place. I used to love going there. So peaceful up there.
then click the link in the description below. This guide teaches you how to always get the cheapest flights. Number 5, go shopping at St. George's Market Square.
Oh God,
Market
yes.
Square at St. George is the largest and busiest of all the markets in the country, and it is very much worth visiting. As a tourist, the market
Hold on,
area
let's go
will
back
see
a
how
little
the
bit.
largest and busiest of
Oh,
all the
come on.
markets in the country.
Hold on, I
Number
wanna
5,
see.
go shopping at St. George's Market Square. The Market Square at St. George is the largest and busiest of all
I wanted to show you all something, but it's
the
going
markets
too
in
quick.
the country, and it is very much worth visiting. As a tourist, the market is where you will see how the locals trade and interact. Plus, there are different factions in this market majoring in different commodities like spices, food and ingredients, handcrafted goods, and many more. You can also get in on the activities by buying a few items for yourself. After all, the handcrafted goods make the perfect souvenirs to take home after your tour of this island country.
Now, the Market Square area, my younger years is where I grew up there, up until I was like, what, 13? So the Market Square was a place and even I used to be all the time because I live like up on the hill from the market. And I tell you, all of this stuff you see there wasn't there when I was there. The Market Square was there, but it was all out in the open. People would put down what you will call bollard bags and what we call it cocos bags. And they'd put the mangoes and all the fruit and all the vegetable and stuff for sale. They'd come from the countryside. All the farmers would come down there. And I'm telling you, you have to check it out. It seems to be more organized now because people are starting to do more manufacturing of their own spices and stuff like that to sell. So there's booths there of locally made things that you could go pick up and thing. And it's a bustling place. And even when I moved to the southern tip of the island, the tourist area of the island, I had to go to school down in the city there. So then I had to catch the bus in the market square every day to get home. The days when I don't walk. And and people are really friendly, man. You know, you're not going to get pickpocketed or anything like that. There's always a police presence. And unlike other places, we still kind of respect the police. I guess it's because it's such a small place. Everybody knows everybody. So the policeman is probably a father, like my dad was, or a cousin, which I had many cousins that were policemen. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, people, you know, they know each other and things. It's not like here in America, it's so huge that you have policemen policing in places where they don't live and they don't know the community. So there's a disconnect there. You know what I mean?
Number 4, marvel at the incredible Mount Carmel Falls. The Royal Mount Carmel
Beautiful
Waterfall
place.
is one you'll find on almost every Grenada tour guide, and that's just how popular the attraction is. It is also the highest waterfall in the country. This tourist favorite consists of 2 falls, each cascading from a jaw-dropping height of more than 69 feet and emptying into the crystal pool below. Also, the hike to the waterfall is not very difficult, and you'll find the waterfall to be worth every single step. Number 3, learn history at the National Museum. The Grenada National Museum is a must-visit destination in the country for many obvious reasons, and it often attracts large crowds. Established in 1976, the museum is situated in the capital city,
That place is my
easily
that's my
accessible
place
to
there.
tourists. As expected, the museum is a history hub where you can learn everything you need to know about this island country. It also features thousands of artifacts arranged in different sections that include slavery, inhabitants, economy, fishing archaeology, transport, and technology. Without a doubt, you will find your tour of this museum to be both enlightening and enjoyable, and it will make your tour of other attractions a lot more meaningful. But first, you may need a tour guide to show you around and give you an in-depth analysis of each artifact here. Number 2, see the natural paradise at La Sagesse Nature Center. La
Sagesse is
a
not a nature
on
center?
the island, and it is a place where you can view nature at its very finest. This nature center is situated along a private estuary, and it used to be a plantation. However, it has now become a must-see attraction for nature lovers who often can't help but fall in love with the natural.
I'm telling you what I've noticed. There's tourists everywhere all over that island. People are going to those not so explored areas and things. That's kind of cool. As long as they don't overrun it and we still keep our little mystery going and thing, I'm good with it. When I get back home, man, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Beauty here. The Nature Center features a remarkably astonishing landscape, a serene beach, and several hiking trails. However, many tourists who come here often look forward to the bird-watching experience, as La Sagesse has been identified as the best bird-watching spot on the island. Here, you'll find several species of birds, including rare breeds like the Caribbean coot, the northern jacana, and the green-black heron. Just be sure to come with your binoculars, and you can rest assured of an exciting bird-watching experience. Number 1, attend a Grenada festival. If you are a fan of parades, then you are in luck,
Jab, jab.
because there is almost always a festival to attend in this island country. Of course, these festivals are famous for the parade, the beautiful and colorful costumes on display, and a host of other activities they feature. Some of the most famous festivals here are the Sailing Festival, the Independent Day Festival, the Music Festival, and the Spice Moss Festival. If your visit falls around the period of any of these, you can rest assured a fun time out on the streets. Undoubtedly, this is an experience you do not want to miss out on. Click here for more places to visit.
All right, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I haven't seen a carnival since 1987. I gotta get back there, boy. I gotta get back there. You understand? Go party and take, have some fun, Yeah. This. I'm telling you though, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you and taking. You know what I mean? This was fun. This was fun. It was fun seeing things that I haven't been to in a while and thing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave a link in the description to this video, so my babbling, you could go watch it. My babbling ain't gonna affect you or nothing. I'm gonna leave other links in the video. Right side here about Grenada, the history and stuff, and so you could go watch those. Keep watching, because Grenada is a fascinating place. I'm telling you, the Caribbean in general. A lot of people take it for granted about the Caribbean, but we have a rich history, and there's just so much to do other than what people think. Okay, like I'll give you an example. If you go to Grenada and you're chilling on the beach, you might meet a family, and the family is going to say, "Come try our food." You know what I mean? Or they might say, "Hey, this is a place you could go. You could meet us up there, and we could hang out, and and you could generally trust people because they're not going to do anything to you. You know what I mean? We're very personable and thing. So yeah, if you plan a vacation, and of course there's all kinds of options. You could use the big hotels, or you could find a nice little bed and breakfast. That wouldn't cost you too much. You know what I mean? Always remember though, there's a rate of exchange. So make sure you either have traveler's check or you convert your money when you get there so that you don't get taken advantage of. But and more than likely, you're not going to have people coming up trying to sell you stuff like some of the islands, because that's the cops they're very strict on that. Don't bug the tourists, you know what I mean? And please don't go down there and start snapping pictures of little kids and the locals. Ask them first, you know what I mean? Don't just go down there, you know what I'm saying? And be polite and respectful. I've had run-ins with some tourists when I was there who weren't polite because they come there and they think, yeah, I'm here, you want to serve me, and I had to put them in their place and take, you understand? But other than that, man, you just go down there, you relax, you enjoy. And if you go for the carnival, make sure you go a week or so before the carnival, so that way you don't you're familiar with the place. I mean, you can't really get lost down there. It's so small, you know what I mean? You go up if you're in the city or on the harbor, you go up the hill, you could see the harbor, so you could always get down there. You understand what I'm saying? Now, up in the countryside, you probably could get lost because there's a lot more forest and jungle-like type thing there, so you probably could get lost. But apart from that, if you're in the city, it's easy to get around, and it's a walking everywhere. There's a lot of hills, don't get me wrong. So, be prepared to be climbing some hills and thing, but other than that, man, I'm telling you, Grenada nice, because it's the Isle of Spice. You all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.